Hey y'all, let's talk about some folklore creatures that really don't get a lot of airtime when it comes to discussing different types of folklore. We've all heard of haints, boo hags, of course there's witches, vampires, and werewolves, but these Caribbean folklore creatures deserve to be right up there with them because they are definitely scary. If you ever find yourself deep in the forest of Trinidad or by a river and the water goes still, run, and I do mean fast, because you might have just crossed paths with Mama Delo, or as some call her, Mama Glow, the mother of the river. She's the guardian of river creatures and the protector of fresh water, the secret lover of Papa Bois, the forest man. But don't let that title fool you. Mama Delo isn't someone to play with. By day, she's a guide to fishermen and sailors. She warns of storms. She heals animals. But disrespect her waters, pollute her rivers, she will come for you. They say she's half beautiful woman, half serpent. Her long snake-like hair always being combed with a golden comb, while her lower body stays hidden beneath the surface. Old hunters claim they've seen her with Papa Bois in the high woods. And if you hear a loud crack echo across the mountain, that's not thunder, that's her tail. Men who harm the land, cutting down trees, killing animals for no reason, and poisoning streams, she doesn't just unalive them. She marries them for life and the life after that. Want to escape her? Take off your left shoe, turn it upside down, and walk backwards until you get home. Don't look back. Talking to you, Lot's wife. Don't look back. And never forget, she is always watching. Do you know the story of Diabolise? Known for wearing a wide brimmed hat and long flowing dress that conceals her legs, her face is often hidden or sometimes covered with a veil. She appears beautiful from afar, enchanting to most and alluring to everyone who sees her. But there's a catch. One of her feet is a cloven hoof, and it's a dead giveaway for her demonic nature. But of course, it's always hidden by her dress. La Diabolise is known as a seductress and punisher, particularly targeting men who are drunk, arrogant, or unfaithful. She appears on lonely roads and will whisper or call to them. Men who follow her are said to either disappear, go mad, or wander the forest forever lost. There have been some that have fallen off of cliffs and into rivers. She's sometimes seen as avenging the wrongs done to women and the enslaved. In some versions, she's a scorned woman, cursed, or the spirit of someone wronged in her life. In Jamaican folklore, similar female spirits exist, but under different names like Rolling Calf's Lover or the Duppy Woman. In Trinidad, she's associated with the devil and the forest, with ties to African and French Creole myth. Now, if you're a man that finds yourself out late at night and a beautiful woman with a sun hat comes up to you, hopefully you have some salt, garlic, or holy water nearby, because that's definitely not the woman of your dreams. In fact, I'd avoid wandering at night altogether, especially under a full moon. And if you happen to be followed by Diabolise, turn your clothes inside out or walk around backwards without looking at her. It may be the only way to save your life. They call him Papa Bois, but that's not his only name. In the forests of Trinidad and Tobago, Dominica, and St. Lucia, he's known as Maitre Bois, Master of the Woods, or Daddy Bouchon, the hairy man. His name, like the forest itself, is a blend of roots, African spirituality braided with French colonial language. He is the father of the forest, the protector of the trees, animals, and wild things, too old for men to name. Papa Bois can shift his form. One minute he's a tree, the next he's a mighty stag. But if you really see him, he's said to appear as an old, muscular man with cloven hooves instead of feet, leaves growing from his head, and two small horns peeking through a nest of tangled hair. He doesn't just guard the woods, he heals it. Wounded animals come to him, lost ones are led home, and when hunters enter the forest, he warns them. They say he blows a cow's horn or a bamboo trumpet to let animals scatter before harm comes. But if one of those hunters are greedy, violent, or cruel, that's when you learn what Papa Boy is really all about. He'll shapeshift into a giant beast and track them. He'll lure them deeper and deeper until they can't find their way out. Some say he turns them into wild hogs, forced to wander forever. Others say they're cursed to marry Mama DeLo, his river bride, never leave the muddy waters again. Folklorists like Gerard Bresson and Maureen Warner Lewis have documented versions of Papa Boy throughout Caribbean oral tradition, blending African spirits and other spirits like Legba with French woodland lore. So the next time you step into the bush, you better speak with respect and take only what you need and listen for the horn, because Papa Boy is watching, and you better hope that he considers you to be one of the good ones. Mermaids. Beautiful, elusive, deadly. Depending on their culture, they're either your guardian or your grave. For men, they're seductresses, whispering promises of love, riches, and desire. But break a deal with one, you better know what you're doing. So, you made a deal with a mermaid, and now you need to break it. Well, here's how you break their hold. You go to the shore on a full moon, just before dawn. Bring 2 pairs of women's shoes. Burn the opposite pairs. When she rises from the water, turn your back and say nothing, not even her name. Then there's her cousin, the fairy maid. Brought into the Caribbean folklore by the people of Trinidad and Tobago, this name is straight out of English folk tales. Fairy maids don't just tempt you, they fall in love with you. They'll pull you beneath the water for 15, maybe 20 days. And when you return, you might come back with gifts, wealth, wisdom, or charm. But here it gets a little sketchy. They say once you've been with the fairy maid, women will chase you, make love to you for luck, and want your babies because they know they'll be beautiful. Yeah, a man definitely made that part up. Twice. But there's always a price. And with fairy maids, that price is death.